Hi everyone, and I'm going to just show you basically what my final project is. I chose to do the magic mirror along with a lot of others, and it was a really fun project. I definitely ran into some minor issues along the way. I had a lot of help from my classmates, so I thank you for that. And overall, I am really happy with how it came out, and I think it's really useful and very creative. So here is just an overview of my magic mirror. And I used a couple different modules, some that came installed with it, some that I added on. So I will go through that through the config here. So the modules that it came with was the date and time, the compliments, and the news. A couple ones that I added in the 3-day forecast on the top left, and then Google Photos on the top right. I struggled most with the Google Photos for a couple of reasons. I ran into a lot of problems trying to obtain my album ID here. So I used the post that Zach posted on Slack and followed along through those steps, which was super beneficial, so thank you. Ran into some problems when I was trying to create my OAuth configuration and credentials through Google. So it took me a couple of trial and errors, I would say, and eventually I got it to work. Basically, it kept on saying that the application is not verified. I didn't realize all I had to do was hit advanced on the page, the web page, and then it would allow, let me hit allow, even though it was kind of pegged as unsafe. So a couple attempts I didn't really know what to do from there, but I kind of just kept trying, so eventually that worked, which was good. And I used an album that I created recently. I just took a trip to visit my sister in Colorado with my family, so made a quick album of all those pictures from last week, put them together, and then got the album ID code here from the terminal. After I followed all the steps, it was very easy. It showed all of my album IDs, so that's actually something really cool that I feel I can use maybe in the future, because I do like how it shuffles through all of the pictures like a slideshow, which is nice. The one thing that I struggled with, and I didn't want to go too far in and kind of mess anything else up, was they were kind of slow. I didn't know if it was going to be on the refresh interval or the scan interval. The pictures kind of stayed on the screen for a little while. They would change eventually, but it took some time. So I feel like that would be something that I would probably want to fix in the future with this. Overall, I thought this project was really fun. It definitely took me some time. I did it in like pieces, so I think that was good for me to kind of start a little, do a little here, do a little there, because sometimes you just need to like step away from the computer. Like when I was struggling with this, especially with this module, the Google Photos one, I kind of like took a break for a little and said to myself, let me come back in an hour, try it again, because I was getting a little frustrated with why it wasn't working. And then after I realized what was going on, figured that out. At one point, before I added the Google Photos, or actually no, before I decided to move, what was it? I moved the compliments to the bottom left. Before I moved them, they were kind of just like across the middle of the screen, and the pictures were getting in the way. So what I did was, at first I changed the color here in custom, but then I decided to change it back, because then I just moved it back over to the bottom left. Yeah, so I just moved it to the bottom left, which I felt was better, because all of the pictures have different colors. So it works better. At first I changed the color of the words to black, which worked well when it was against a very light or white picture. And then I realized when it went back to a darker picture, it was kind of faded. So I figured the best way to avoid that would be to just move it to a different spot. But yeah, so overall I am happy with how my project came out. I thought it went well. I thought I had a lot of help from my classmates, which was nice. It was really fun learning alongside of them. They were very interactive, and I enjoyed this class a lot, even though it was very short. We had some very good discussions. And so that's basically it. I'm going to show you, I'm going to add to the end of this video a video of me kind of showing my actual magic mirror, not just the screen recording of it, because I want you just to see it with the mirror. But that's really it. So thank you guys for helping me out this semester and for watching my final. And I would love any comments. So thank you. And here it is, all done. So over here to the right, you can see my Google Photos. That is showing a slideshow of all of my recent photos from a trip that I took with my family last week to Colorado. And so they kind of shuffle through there. They're a little slow to reload, but I put them on random, so they kind of just shuffle through. And at the bottom is the news, and then over here to the left is the date and time, upcoming holidays, the weather, and then a compliment. So here it is, all done, which is nice. Took me quite some time. Definitely worked through some challenges, but I'm very happy with how it all turned out.